Hey y'all, you know what's better than shopping for new plants? Getting them planted in your garden. First up is going to be this Jamaican Caper, and it is going to go right here in that empty space back in there between my red fire spike and my privet senna. The Jamaican Caper is an evergreen. It gets spectacular flowers, I believe, in the spring. And it's a host plant to the Florida white butterfly. Now I have two of them. It has dense foliage, so it makes a great shelter for birds, and caterpillars can hide in there and pupate. So I'll have to plant some more other host plants in and around back there. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to add another one of these to my garden because it's a fabulous plant, and let's go get it in the ground. Look how cute it is tucked back in there. Oh my gosh, when that grows and fills out, it's going to be fabulous. Up next are these two gorgeous buttonwoods, and I have the best idea for them, especially with the coloring. Oh my goodness, let me show you. Imagine one of those with those beautiful leaves planted right back in there between my two obelisk trellises. So I've got these bright pops of purple on the, what is that called? All right, I'll think of it. It's some kind of sage. I'll think of it. And I've got some white pentas there. And then when these two trellises are full of the passiflora incense with those purple flowers, and then that shrub growing up between them, I'll just have to maintain that the incense doesn't grow into the shrub, but I think I can manage that because I'll just keep wrapping it around the trellises. I think that's going to be fabulous, and I did get two of them. So I think, like, right now I have that little water feature right there, but I think I'm going to put the other one kind of like right in beside it, so it will grow into that space right there. That's really going to be, I think it's going to be beautiful when it all grows in. Oh my gosh, it's like I want to fast forward and see what it looks like now. It's so exciting planting new plants. It's like I can't wait to see when they grow in, and it never gets old. Like, your garden is never done. Sometimes I think to myself, well, what am I going to do when it's all done? But it's never done. It's never done. This is my 6th season here. I always find more room for plants. It's never done. And if it ever was, I have that whole side yard. Okay, let me get those guys in the ground. Look at that color combination. Silver Buttonwood. I don't know if I was saying buttonbush earlier, but I hope I said buttonwood. Silver Buttonwood. It's also the larval host to the Marshall scrub hair streak. And I love it there. Now, there was a pentas there that I moved. I'll show you where I moved it in a minute. I just want to back up so you can see I got the other one in also. And my assistant is over there inspecting the area. And when these two fill in, they're just going to add that pop of bright. Oh my goodness, I love it. This is going to be striking. when those grow in. Now I'm going to prepare the space for this beautiful little sweet acacia. I am so excited to have this little guy in my garden, and I have to do some prep because there's currently plastic on the ground where it's going to go, which is right back here in my workspace. This work plastic runs all the way to the fence, even though there's weeds growing on it, because, well, it's not necessarily weeds. Well, it is weeds, but it's not, because it's Biden's alba. So that's a good plant to me. I'm wondering if I want to put it more over there, so it can kind of come up like on the corner right there. Because sometimes I come in here and walk through there. I'm just trying to save myself from getting poked. I also have my cassia plant coming up here. It's a little bit shorter now, but maybe right there might be a really good spot for it. Okay, let me go do some research. You know, stepping back and looking at that space, I can just see it there, going straight up and just filling in right there. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick with my original plan. I used my garden scissors and I just cut out a whole spot to dig down. And look, let me set these down. Look at how this is the weed that was growing there. Look how it's like grown right through the bottom of the plastic. Isn't that something? Plants want to live, they want to grow. Okay, let's get that little tree planted. You guys, look at this. It's gonna be a booger to get out of the pot because there's no place to really grip it. I might trim off some of these ones down here. And plus that way the dogs won't run into it. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, yeah. They're still kind of pokey, but not like they were. I'll be able to grip it here to get it out of the pot and place it in its new home. It's just the prettiest plant. I love the bark. I love the tiny little delicate leaves. All right, it's in. I set one of my dormant trees right there because there's some branches coming out at the base of it. And I don't want my dogs to run into it. And that'll like be a barrier. So if they're like running fast, they won't go tearing into that space, because those little thorns, they're something. All right, another one planted. I can't wait to see this flower. They're so interesting. And of course, you guys know I'll be showing you when it blooms. The button bush I'm gonna put in this pot because it has no holes in it. It holds water. It is a wetland plant. It grows naturally on the edges of wetlands. And I think I'm actually gonna place it right back in here to add some interest. Right now though, it is dormant, so it won't be pretty back here now, but we're close enough to spring, you guys. We're close enough, right? I wanna place the pot. I wanna go ahead and place the pot. Now, maybe right there. see how that looks. Oh, it's got bird poop on it. This Barbados cherry is gonna spread out some more. I think I'm gonna move it over some more. Maybe right there. That way. All right, from the garden chair view, it would be filling in here. Yeah, that'll be pretty. And I could always move it around. Okay, let me get that pot filled and we'll get the button bush in there. The button bush is like the super coolest flowering plant, and pollinators love it, butterflies love it. It's a host to 2 moths. There's more moths, I think, but it named 2. I don't remember their name. One of them was Titan Sphinx moth, maybe. And I also like the flowers are like these little round white, they look like little spheres. And that as in front of the sweet almond, with the sweet almond as a backdrop to that, I think it'll be spectacular there, and it gets full sun, which is what it wants. All right, it is in place. That's gonna be beautiful there. Now I'm thinking, like, I have that whole area back there that I could put some other potted things to raise them up so they'd be seen, you know, like my stadium seating. Okay. And that one pentas that I had to move is right here in the pentas garden. Oh my gosh, y'all. As a matter of fact, like what I was just talking about putting back there, right over there, my pipe vine is slowly growing over that trellis, but there's really nothing of interest right there, and that's a prime view. And I have this sweet little lignum vitae tree, but it's a small tree, like an ornamental tree. I could put him right there. I have a pot, I believe. Let's do it. Let's do it. I have this fabulous pot sitting here. This is one of the ones, it's so heavy. I don't know why it's so heavy. It does have holes in the bottom, I checked. This is one of the ones that had the alocasia plants growing in it. So I've been waiting for a purpose for that, and it will be perfect for that little tree. So let me drag this over there. It's already got stuff in it too. That's fabulous. Okay, I placed the pot right there. Let's get the plant in. Okay, now it's really not filling in space so much, but it will. And it's a really cool plant. It gets purple flowers. It's a host to the lyside sulfur. The purple flowers look very similar to the privet sunflowers. And I hope it's going to be happy there. The reason why I wanted to put it in a pot is because it is a native to South Florida, so it wouldn't handle a freeze well, and that way I can cover it to protect it. I just watered everything in, and I do still have some plants left, but I'm out of time because I've got some editing of tonight's video to do to get it up for you. And then, of course, this one's going up on Monday. But I want to take a minute and just give you a peek at the garden in the sunshine because, you guys, the 10-day outlook is mostly cloudy, mostly cloudy, mostly cloudy. So I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this sunshine, and I guess I'll see it again in a week or so. And I'll see you in my next video. Hey you guys, I wanted to show you that two of my little Atala chrysalides closed. So I put them out here on my sweet almond because they tend to like white flowers. They're just the prettiest little butterflies. I don't hold high hopes that these two will form a colony in my garden, but I hope they'll enjoy some time here before they decide to travel to wherever they want to go. Meanwhile, they're having a great first meal as butterflies. There's also a zebra longwing that closed, so I brought it out here. Look at them all here together. Most butterflies I've seen in my garden in quite some time. I like the idea of releasing them at the sweet almond. I'll have to do that again, because sometimes they just like to hang, and so the way the flowers are arranged, they can either choose to hang off of them like this little guy's doing, or get nectar. Sometimes they want to still hang and dry their wings.